We are back doing more Slay the Princess, which I thought we were done with for a while. However, it turns out we missed an entire ending. I don't know how that happened. I'm pretty sure it's the only core ending we're missing. There are other variants of the endings. Y'all know, like when we tried to get what I feel is the best ending, but we accidentally got the stranger version, which is basically the same, but just little tweaks here and there that make it kind of different. So there may be some other variations of this ending, other endings that we didn't get, but the gist of the ending should be the same. What we're gonna do also is, I think since we have also been through all of the branches, like the choices that affect what Chapter 2 ends up being. Chapter 1 usually starts out the same, you make some choices, and then it alters how the princess is in Chapter 2. We've done all those paths, I believe, but they're like a tree branch. There are other smaller varying paths we can take. This menu screen still gives me a little bit of the heebies and the jeebies, so I'm a little, It's been a while since we've been back to this game, but I'm excited. Especially because there is more content coming to this game later this year in the fall. So we'll talk a bit more about that later. But I think for now, we are ready to embark on a new game once more. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So I haven't exactly planned out what routes we're going to take. It might just be kind of whatever I feel like doing, whatever chat commands me to do. So whatever Chapter 2 variants we get, we don't really know what we're going to end up doing, but I will try again to get some of those smaller variants that we haven't gotten before. Just roll with it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Yeah, thank you, narrator.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We'll see about that.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
We'll see. I think I know what the ending is that we're going for, and I know how to get there. Like I said, whatever we do in the middle, like from here until the end of the game, don't think it really matters. But I know that the ending that we're trying to get, hopefully assuming I do everything right, which is a big assumption.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We should be pretty okay once we get to the ending. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh, I had an idea for a path I might want to try out. Okay, let's go.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, so I think what we'll do, we're gonna start down the damsel route, and then we're gonna kind of take a sharp left turn to somewhere else that we haven't gone before.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Okay, are we gonna get the shy, timid princess, or the assertive boss bitch princess?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Or we're getting shy, timid princess.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing.
Hey, baby.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, don't worry, it's fine. I'm here to save you!
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Nonsense! I'm but a valiant hero.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck
Hell
down
yeah,
here forever.
baby. I am here
Come
for you, boo.
downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that kind of gives, like, Princess Fiona vibes, like, my daring rescuer. Like, you know, when she first meets Shrek before he takes the helmet off. The brain rot.
You
Is
walk
real.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Oh no!
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
A threat to my heart.
I
Oh.
am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
So yeah, I think we want to go the damsel route, and then I want to try something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I want to try something.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
For the first time
I
in
hope you brought something to do with these
forever.
chains.
Oh, I didn't. Oops.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one
Oh, I
step
left the
closer
knife,
to
didn't
the
I?
end.
Oh, whoops. Y'all see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Hell yeah, difficult is my middle name.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Curse my lack of upper body strength.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Not with that attitude. If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
It's okay, it'll be fine, probably.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Oh no! Let me out! Let me out! Please just let me out! I'm begging for help! I'm pleading for help! Please just let me
You make
out!
your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You're not my supervisor!
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Oh no.
There's a slight panic
At
rising
least
in the
we're stuck
princess's
down
voice.
here together.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Gosh, I wonder how she's going to get herself out. Oh no, y'all, look away now.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I never get used to that!
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Wow.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I
Or
would never.
we could use it to free her.
Yeah, that one.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine.
Yeah.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I don't like this.
You cut into her flesh.
Ugh.
The blade is sharp, and it
Oh,
takes
the
little
squishy
effort to crack
sounds.
through the bone of her arm.
The squishy sounds really make this what it is. It's so juicy.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy
Yeah, maybe I
chains
like
follow
this.
suit.
Who's to say? Are you judging, Mr. Narrator? I don't like that.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, no, it's still not great.
No, she didn't.
It's fine.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
It's okay, it's fine. We're not gonna
Thank
worry
you.
about it.
Now let's get out of here.
Yeah. Through the power of love. That's all we need.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Uh-huh.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
This is cheating.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Okay, we can slay the princess, or we can slay the princess. We can slay the princess ad infinitum, or we can warn her. I'm gonna warn her.
Stop that.
I will not.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
It's okay, baby. This isn't me. It's not me. You know I wouldn't. In the past, 2 minutes we've known each other. You know me so well. You know I would never, ever hurt you like
Your
that.
body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Huh?
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist! Resist! Oh god, slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. Resist!
The blade! Move the blade!
No!
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
See, in the past 3 minutes, you know me so well. You know we're meant to be. You know my true heart and soul. You know I would never do this.
She nervously
This is
reaches
true
towards you
love.
and takes the blade from your infuriating,
It's just like a Disney
rigid
movie.
hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, wait,
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
you couldn't have, I don't know, gone for the head or something. No, it's okay. She's doing her best.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
There we go. She apologized. That makes it all better, right?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Yeah.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Oh, that's fine. Humanity's going down in a ball of flames anyway. Just throw it all away and start over.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She's a princess. Why would she know how to use a knife? She's doing her best. It's fine.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Okay, but she's real cute though. It might be worth it, maybe.
It can't just end like this, right?
Yeah, just forget that she's missing a hand. Ignore that. It's fine.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Well, Chapter 2, The Damsel. We're gonna
You're on
try
a path
something
in the woods,
a bit different.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
from what we did in our first playthrough.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, you know what? I think we should give the narrator another chance. I'm sure, even though he took control of us last time, he totally has our best interest at heart, and we should do what he says.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Sure.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge.
Haha! I see what you did there.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Uh-huh. Yes. Let us go. We're gonna ignore the mirror on the wall. We enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Uh-huh, yeah, sure, totally in
I'm
love.
with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Well,
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
uh-huh.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Uh-huh.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Can we just have spinning around all the time?
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She remembers.
Did you hear that?
Ooh.
She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way
I
with the
need
two
a
of you, doesn't
hero.
it?
I'm holding out for a hero.
Waiting for
till
you
the
to
end
come
of the
back.
night.
You've been here before, haven't you?
No. Psh, no. There was totally not a whole hand cutting off incident followed by a very sloppy yet still fatal stabbing.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
It's fine.
Well, she killed us.
Potato, tomato.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Uh-huh.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Uh-huh.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Something multiverse.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Uh-oh.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Ah, shit, I didn't even bring flowers.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Decisions.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Well, y'all know what they say. If you love something...
Let it go.
Blade in hand, you run the princess down.
Oh god.
Wait, no! You barbarian, what do you think you're doing?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Ignore the pleas
It's all part of the plan.
foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you.
Oh.
Your blade pierces her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
Oh, I'm suddenly feeling much less good about this.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
What the damn hell? Excuse me? What is it? Huh? What? Huh? I stabbed her. And she's like, she wonders what she did wrong? Oh no, I'm a monster.
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
Oh no.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
Uh-oh.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank
Lady
you for
killer!
seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult.
Oh no.
Oh, I feel sick.
Double that.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
It is fine. We'll see her again.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
Yeah, just years of intensive therapy. It'll be fine.
Get over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for.
What?
We might as well just end it all.
Hold up. What?
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Oh no! I am suddenly not in control of my actions!
Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
You know what? It seems fair. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh! I'm the one who makes the decisions here, and I say no. If that's what you want to do, let's see what happens, or remain silent. I kind of want to go with the first one, maybe? Let's grow that shiny spine, polish off that spine there, and say nay.
Exactly, you're not doing this.
No.
All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstifferable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
Uh-oh.
I don't believe this.
Smitten actually is taking control?
What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor.
Can we at least, hold hands as we die? That would be cute.
You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry.
Balls.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Well,
Everything goes dark, and you die.
damn. What is this? We have a chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods.
You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
Wrath? Okay, you had me until you pronounced wrath. Wrath. Okay, but so for real right now, we have only had a chapter 3, one other instance, and that was the Razor. Oh my god, do y'all remember the Razor? The Razor was a time. I have no idea what's gonna happen from here. I don't have a clue. We're just We're all aboard the struggle bus together. No idea what happens from here. It'll be a journey, a new experience for all of us.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead.
It's the voice
You
of the
killed
cold.
her.
Oh.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
Well, this is awkward.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Oh, shit!
Oh, and I'm still here too.
Oh no, we're collecting voices.
If you lot get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
Really, who's to say at this point? Everything looks different now. The woods isn't here
I
anymore.
doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
Oh no.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. What gave it away?
Probably the multitude of voices speaking at once.
Your open discussions.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less what he knows.
Oh no.
Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
What a fucking Yapatron!
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again?
Probably.
Oh, you just wait and see. My vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Okay, I'm a little scared of Smitten now.
Don't provoke him. I'd prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying.
We've already died twice.
Why not? You've already done it twice.
That don't mean I want to do it again. I don't want to go for a third. Third time is probably not the charm when it comes to dying.
It was unpleasant.
Yeah.
It was only unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
You think it's... Huh? Sir, I have been stabbed repeatedly.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Uh-oh.
Oh, how exciting. I'd love to see you try.
I never thought Smitten would be the one we didn't want to piss off.
Can I?
Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
Narrator, you're just along for the ride like the rest of us.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh.
Good.
I am too.
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess is not dead, and that her very existence currently poses a direct threat to the entire world.
Uh-huh. We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. It wasn't different last time.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
I'm always running out of time.
Wait. But if her influence is spreading, that means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
I'm the Gray. I'm trying to imagine what form that might be, and I'm a little afraid.
Influence doesn't require life.
Uh-huh.
But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed.
Oh, no, my brain
I
hurts.
shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Okay. I am tempted to turn around and leave, but my morbid curiosity is getting the better of me. We go to the
I'm
cabin.
sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
Hey, last time I did everything you told me to. I wasn't the one that fucked it up. It was the smitten asshole in my head, okay?
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Wow.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it.
Get y'all a significant other who would doom the entire human race just for you.
I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful.
Oh dear.
Yes, having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control?
Well.
You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off.
Yes,
It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
Bro's just full on Hakuna Matata over here.
Are you even alive? What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion? I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Okay, now I'm wondering what other paths potentially have a chapter 3, because like I said, we've only ever seen one other one.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs. Each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry.
Are we not gonna talk about what looks to be a ghost bride? I feel like that's something we should maybe touch upon a little bit.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her? Our beloved. So she does live.
Sorta, kinda.
She doesn't look very alive to me.
In a sense.
Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
I don't like this. I'm suddenly regretting all my choices.
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it.
Uh-huh.
Mirror? Is this some kind of
Oh yeah, you
joke?
can't see the mirror,
Did
that's
you all
right.
plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Maybe the contrarian threw it out the window again. I like the contrarian. I hope we see him again. He was fun.
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
Oh god, is there gonna be like a rotting body in the basement?
Perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our heart.
Uh-huh.
I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Sure. Yeah, let's, approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door.
Okay.
It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off.
Yeah. Wipe the mirror clean.
It's time for all of you to see what we've become.
I bet it's gonna disappear before we can touch it.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door
darn.
to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down.
It's that thing I said would happen.
So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
That's a little
I
ominous.
see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us.
I couldn't even begin to guess where this is gonna go from here.
No way left to go but down.
To the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an antique staircase
Ma'am?
lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival.
Oh.
Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality.
That makes sense,
A
sure.
wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again.
Uh-huh.
My love. She's just an old memory.
The memory seems to be at least physically manifesting in some form.
Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame her if she's afraid of us. We did stab her. I'm sorry about last time. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah, hey, sorry I stabbed you before, but like, water under the bridge, right?
You receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us? Don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
Well, we didn't even get the option for a weapon this time.
Of course she's livid, and with good reason.
Okay, could you just chill for like a minute?
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
Okay, no. The last time she was a ghost in a different path, like many paths ago, she could like possess us. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm a little skeeved out of where this could potentially lead to.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
Oh.
This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Is this gonna be like the Spectre?
See? She's dead.
No. What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently.
Bro.
Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page.
He's just full on Delulu.
Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock.
Uh-oh. I am afeared.
You turn to see the shade of the princess
Ooh!
staring down at you from the top of the stairs,
No!
clutching a brightly burning torch.
No, wait a minute. Can't we just let bygones be bygones?
It's already in her heart, and yet she isn't dead.
Water under the bridge, remember?
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
Oh no. Is she gonna set this place on fire? Oh.
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Uh-huh.
Yet, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table.
We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything.
Yeah, I don't think that's for a good reason.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
I haven't heard her talk yet.
You came back. I missed you.
Huh?
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved.
Oh, I just got chills.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick.
Yes, seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
Uh-huh.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
Oh no. Is she gonna destroy us both via fire?
The torch falls from the princess's hand, and bounces down the stairs.
Oh,
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
what?
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
She's trying to kill us.
I mean, really, we killed her, so, eye for an eye and all that.
A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
What? I don't know about that. Rush for the blade, rush to the door. I really don't think either are gonna work out so well. She is a ghost. Are we gonna try to stab a ghost? Or we rush for the door? Rush to the door.
As you rush up the stairs, the entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno.
Uh-huh.
You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom.
Oh no.
It's no use. You're stuck here. Your skin starts to bubble.
Wow.
As layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours.
This is not the romantic excursion I would have liked.
You turn to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She clutches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit.
What? No.
The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
This is a lot more detail than I would have expected or wanted.
But it isn't long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything.
Oh, I don't feel good.
See? That wasn't so bad.
I don't feel good at all.
It was so bad. But somehow, nothing is so much worse.
This is the first path, and it's already so bad.
You'll get used to it.
Oh no.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, shut up, you!
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop. Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
Oh, I hear the sounds.
It's very romantic, really.
Burning down the house.
We got our happy ending after all.
Burning down the
We
house.
can die happy.
Oh. All right. But despite your best efforts, you do not die, and she is gone. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Okay.
Something finds
Yeah,
me
she's
in
mostly
the
just a skeleton
quiet
now.
and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Uh-huh.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Sure. Alright, yeah, we've been here a few times. Okay, make me forget. I want to wipe this whole thing from my brain and pretend it never
She
happened.
asks that I tell you to remember her.
I don't wanna.
You won't.
Good. Everything goes dark and you die. Whew! Well, that was new.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, let's go ahead. Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
This is correct. Enter the basement. We're gonna go do a step.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her
Okay.
voice carries up the stairs.
Ooh, she's assertive this time.
Who's there?
Ooh.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. And it's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Come on down! What is this? The price
You walk
is right?
downstairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's tighten our grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh dear.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
But I still I'm not dropping the blade. No, listen, we just met. I don't trust you yet.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Wow. I do wanna talk to her. I guess I'll drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Sure.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Bleh.
We'll be fine.
Will we, though?
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Uh-huh.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Relationship? So, you mean... Well, no. That's probably not a good idea, because last time we got all flirty with her, we still stabbed her. It's fine. I think we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
Yeah.
You know why you're here.
Indeed. I'm here to slay the princess!
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh, damn. Curse that doubt.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Bleh.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Ow.
Holy shit, that hurt!
Ui.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
We're looking up at her from down below. Is this a sign of what's to come?
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
She's strong.
We
Holy
can
shit.
still turn this around.
You know what? I don't think we can turn it around. I gotta say, I'm not feeling so swell about the outcome. So, I think we should, just give up.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground uselessly.
Well,
You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
yup.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Oh no, we disappointed mother.
She plants her foot
Oh.
on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff.
Now she's gonna step on us too?
Nope, stop talking, go to jail.
Oh no.
And then she brings
This really
her
is
knee
the
to
horny
your
run.
throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
Ah, shit.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
It's okay, I'll be back in like a minute. Just let me come back to life.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower.
You're on a path in the woods.
It's about to get a lot
At the
more
end of that
horny in
path
here.
is a cabin. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Because we are. We're like that big in this universe.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and take the blade this
You
time.
take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Uh-huh. And we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase, its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below.
You shouldn't be
For
so
a moment,
excited for this.
You almost feel at ease.
God damn.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Uh-huh.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Oh dear.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Witness me!
She's seen Mad Max.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
No.
We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Uh-huh.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Let's go.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Told y'all this was the horny run.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Okay, so this time I'm gonna fight against every impulse I have, and we're actually gonna fight back this time. Properly.
Drop it.
No! I'm gonna channel my inner petulant toddler.
As if
No!
on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
What?
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just gonna let that happen to us?
Huh? Excuse me? Am I just not in control ever here?
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
But huh?
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than
Oh, you
us.
fucker.
You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
I do understand. I'm literally in her very big, very tall, very powerful presence.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
No! No!
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Fuck.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
I do not want to talk. I want to stab.
The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Listen, I'm not gonna give in this time. She is very tall, very powerful, very menacing. I'm not gonna give in this time. I did last time. I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm stronger than that.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met,
Oh yeah, we gotta go through this whole rigmarole again.
nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
See, Renard, you understand why I got all, like, giggly like a little gremlin when this one ended up getting picked. This is why. I'm in the...
And you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then, and there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Come on, Broken! Just polish off that spine! You can do it!
Being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Uh-huh. No.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
No.
Pick up that needle.
Uh-oh.
Do it. It's what she wants.
There's a couple ways this can go that we haven't seen
No
before.
objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, I literally have no other option. All my options are blacked out except pick up the blade. Oh shit.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Yeah, I'll stand, but not because you told me to. I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate all of you. Stop making me do things. I'm gonna kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
Uh-oh.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Uh-oh.
To defy me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
I mean, I don't disagree, but I gotta go another route this time. I'm sorry.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
I would rather not.
What?
Huh?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Okay. And this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Wait, what? No.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
You gotta be specific, you know? Slay yourself, resist. Slay the princess!
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
I'm doing my best.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Uh-oh.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Also, I would rather not.
I'm sorry.
No.
Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Huh?
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I'ma stab you in your toes.
What she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist,
Oh
struggling
dear.
to keep it from perforating
Oh, we're
vital
struggling.
organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
Still don't like this.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
Yeah, I mean, we got both of our hands in use already. We could use a
My
third.
influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
You call this free will? I am quite literally battling with myself. What?
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Oh, shut up, you horny little fucker.
Stop.
Yes, ma'am.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat.
You're a thirsty bitch!
Oh, okay. I can compose myself.
The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept,
A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't
we
it?
did that last time. We definitely became her pet. We went full bark, bark, woof, woof.
Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna stab you in your toes.
No.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming
Oh my god, this
will,
music.
you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Ow!
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest.
Yeah, we did it, yay! Oh, ew!
As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
This is horrible. All around, this whole run has been terrible. I'm so sorry.
We can do this, can't we?
Can we?
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
I think it might be a little bit late, I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You.
Oh, her-
heathen!
Oh.
You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Oh dear.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Yeah, that's right. We are only like this big, so, you know, she can probably quite literally squish us like a bug.
There's an unsettling
Oh.
wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact.
Well, shit.
You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Her voice isn't all echoey anymore.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
I feel a lot of mixed emotions right now.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Uh-huh.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
Yeah, we're basically like a pile of mush on the ground right now.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy
Slay her
eyes
better.
watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together.
At the end of the day, she's just a girl. Or something.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
I mean, we still technically did it.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something.
Yeah!
I guess.
Eh.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The fury.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What? I don't like it here.
I think he's upset.
Just a bit. A little bit.
What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
You got to be a god.
Exactly.
So we got the voice of the stubborn.
You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was. ever will be.
Oh god, what's she gonna be now?
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it.
Oh, this music goes hard though, I'm not gonna lie.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed.
Yeah, it was a very toxic relationship. We just had to, we gotta get out of that.
You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a...
If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
Yeah, well, not like, here, but like, yeah, it's just, it's a whole thing. It's complicated.
This is all different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Go on.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods. If reality seems distorted, it's because reality is distorted.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
I did! Last time. Less so the time before, but... Oh dear. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. Alright, we go. Oh, the
Good.
squish!
We're all on the same page.
The squishy sounds! The squishy sounds always get me.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
I'll do my best.
That's it?
Or
No
maybe I'll
final
pledge
words of
myself to
advice?
this one. Who's to say?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Yeah.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Well, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
It seems like in all of these chapter 3s, the mirror is always right over the door.
But that is how it was.
Like, you literally can't
Now there
ignore
is
it by
a
this
growth
point.
that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
I could do without that sort of description. Thank you very much.
That's horrible.
Ew.
You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade, I guess.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do this time. I'll be so for real.
Good. Nothing feels better than
I don't even know if it does
cold
matter.
steel.
Didn't seem like it mattered too much for the gray. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you. All we see is a damn mirror.
Always the mirror.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
We're always so concerned with the griminess of the mirror.
What clean? The door? The mirror. What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it.
Would you though?
But it has to be real. It's right there.
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it.
I'm with him on this one. Smash it. Let's get violent already.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Okay. Oh. We do have the option to smash it.
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement.
Damn.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Are we still really tiny? I don't know if we're still really tiny.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight.
Okay, this music is going to be a bit much.
Tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Okay, it doesn't seem like we're teeny tiny anymore.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart?
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
Oh.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
You've got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good.
She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination, and we're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
It doesn't matter what we are. She needs slaying, and we've got the means to do it, so let's get a move on.
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
I don't know what to do. Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Oh god.
The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
That's interesting. I could do without the constant heartbeat. That's... oh dear.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open
That's her skin! Oh god! I got so shocked I forgot how to breathe. I'm sorry, what? That's her skin! Ew!
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Oh.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
I don't know how to handle this.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Of course she does. Why wouldn't she? Of course. That makes perfect sense. This is totally fine. Everything is fine. That's not fine.
And she is coming for you.
Uh-oh.
Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen.
Oh no.
Screw that. We can win. We've done it before and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side.
Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
I mean, her heart is exposed. Oh. I'm going to end you, slay the princess, or just slay the princess. Let her end you. We could try to talk. I don't think that's going to work. I think maybe I want to try to slay the princess. We've been going with it this long, I suppose.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
Okay.
It's now or never.
She still seems pretty tall.
Beautiful blaze of glory.
Oh.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Huh?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
What?
Huh. I feel cold.
Oh, it's a long
I've
quiet.
never felt cold before.
Oh. Okay, bye. Was just gonna kind of ignore that situation we had going on there. Okay. True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
We're at the cabin. Okay, so she's still pretty tall, but not as tall as the tower.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Oh, I just noticed the nails. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, goodbye. Bye. Toodaloo.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, so this time we are not going to take the blade. No.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
We can say, I'm here to save you, or lie, I'm here to save you. We go lie.
Wait, really? You're here
Why
to
you
rescue me?
fucking
I was starting to think
lying?
I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
I don't think we've ever chosen that option before. Because I value honesty.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Yeah.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Here we go.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Ooh.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Bleh.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Oh dear.
Or we could use it to free her.
Bleh.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, I think we should slay the princess. Here we go.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally,
Oh.
the wound drives her to the ground.
Well, that is what we call in my profession a dick move.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Yeah.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Whoops. Guess I was.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Ooh.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Well,
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
I mean, she's the one still chained to the wall.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
Are you sure about that? I don't know. know. She seems to be capable usually.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Oh, girl, them nails. Why didn't you have time to get a manicure?
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
And claw?
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Oh. Slay the princess?
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
Okay.
We can still turn this around.
Can we? You know what? I'm kind of tired. I think maybe I want to give up.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job.
I just don't feel like it. It'll be fine.
The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room.
Ugh.
Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
Ew.
We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Wow, I'm an asshole.
This is the end.
I've been an
Isn't it?
asshole to her a lot this run.
Before you can answer,
Oh dear.
everything goes dark, and you die.
The beast.
You're on a path in the woods. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture
Very
of note is a termite-eaten
tilty.
table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm pretty sure last time we went through the beast route, we didn't take the blade, and we tried to apologize. It didn't go so well, but yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think we'll take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'm pretty sure this route doesn't have a third chapter, which is okay. Like I said, we'll just do a different path than we did before. It'll be fine, probably, maybe. Big maybe.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Bleh.
She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Oh, sorry. I took a shower earlier.
She sounds almost feral,
Yeah,
Impatient.
pretty much.
or maybe eager.
Okay, no los dos.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp
that's a
earth
tail.
floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Yes, you're hiding real well there, I gotta say.
You see
Oh,
only
now
a
she
flash
is
of the
actually.
princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
She has a tail!
She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes
Oh,
appear
there she
between the
is.
leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I'm no Pikachu, I can't lie.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified.
Oh dear.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Uh-oh. We don't have to kill each other. Sure.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Got eaten. Oh, damn. This is just like the whale in Pinocchio.
She's too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Whoops.
I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Oh darn, I guess there's nothing
Unfortunately
we
for
can do.
you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Ew.
You spoke when you needed to act.
Oops.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Oh.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Oh, so the cabin talks now?
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
Ew!
She stops.
You did
Her
what?
muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her
Gross.
chains. She's loose.
Uh-oh.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
Oh dear.
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
I don't know about
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive.
Yep, that's the one different part about this.
Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that.
Ooh.
That is a bad thing to do.
Oh. So we can either cut our way out or we can end ourselves. Ooh. I kind of want to dig our way out.
Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
That probably hurts like a bitch.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
I'm gonna try.
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Uh-oh. We keep going.
You slice again, deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart.
Oh!
The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
This run is a lot. Like a lot. I miss the days when we would just flirt with her and everything would be all swell and fine and great. Oh dear.
You can't hold me forever.
Oh. Slay the princess!
Though your body is dissolving, eroding into unrecognizable shapes, your will drives it forward. You have a target, and you will strike it.
Yeah, let's
We're
go.
too late, aren't we? This isn't survival. This is spite.
Fuck it, I'll survive on spite.
No.
Even if just for a
it's
bit.
Something better. It's fulfilling a noble destiny. Your lone, functioning arm lashes out, stabbing up towards the princess's heart.
So you found a way to kill me. Then we'll die together. And I will see you again soon.
Gross.
With those prophetic words, you do not draw another breath. Your body tangled and melting in the cooling folds of the princess's flesh. Everything goes dark, and you die. But at least you've saved the world. I hope.
Fingers crossed. Oh, it is a chapter 3. Oh, bitch!
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
What?
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Didn't you see the title? It said the princess. Can't you read?
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
A few.
I think this is our third?
What voice are we gonna get?
That's bad. That's very, very bad.
We
It
got the
wasn't even
hunted
supposed
before.
to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be.
Well,
Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
I went all Ahab on that bitch.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
Well, I mean, we slayed the princess, just like you said to.
Can she hear us if we talk?
That's a good question.
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
I think there was only one other instance where she was aware of the voices in her head, and that was the tower. And she kind of just, like, snuffed out the narrator.
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much more together than we were apart, and we can be so much more still. Vast, unfathomable.
I mean, this sort of, but doesn't sound like the long quiet music. It's like similar but different.
You're not mad at us for stabbing you in the heart, are you?
The opportunist?
No. Are you mad at me for swallowing you whole?
Not really. It all seems so petty right now.
Yeah.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
I mean, we did die in one conjoined heap, kinda, sorta.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
This is not how I expected this to escalate. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you, narrator. How do I stop her or do nothing? Now I feel like it.
You can't just passively exist forever. Not with her. That isn't how it works.
Watch me.
The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
I mean, I also stabbed her a bunch, so you know what? I feel like we're kind of even now.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Uh-huh.
I can feel a thumping. A heartbeat. Like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
They're not looking.
I think
I do
we
not
should hear
perceive.
out whatever it is that's trying to be heard. I like to take all options into account before making any big decisions, and what's the harm in just listening?
Gaze at the terror in your heart. Bury it now before it's too late. I would like to gaze in terror.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
I mean, you were a little bit wild before.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten.
Yeah, it wasn't the most pleasant thing.
I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all.
Oh.
All of that digging with the knife, and we didn't even get to win. That was hard work. I wanted to win. And what's the point of being part of a larger whole if we're not the one in charge of that whole?
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. And you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Oh dear.
No!
Oh.
I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Ugh.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
What? It's the cabin!
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Oh shit.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Oh.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her.
Are you sure?
We could both live.
Are you really sure?
Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
I never wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. Cut her free. We've been slaying the princess this whole time.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm an asshole. No, I'm sorry. No, bring her back. Give me I want a do-over. Damn it. You never see her die. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Fuck. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I'm sorry. Just every form we've seen her in so far this run has just been so grotesque and so just icky. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
We got what, 2 more runs? Oh. A wounded vessel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, so we are going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult
which
to slay the princess
I think
and
will
save the
make
world
her
without
assertive. I think not taking the blade makes her all shy and timid. I think that's the determining factor. Maybe. Hopefully.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it
Yep.
fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I don't know why I haven't noticed that before. I've been playing this game a whole bunch. And somehow I'm just now realizing that taking the blade makes her assertive, and not taking the blade makes her shy and timid.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yeah!
You know why you're here.
I am going to save you.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
No.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Oh dear. I'm actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually getting
I'm
worried
guessing
about
you don't have the key.
this. No.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Sure!
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Don't worry, bestie, I got this. Save the princess!
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Yeah, this part's still pretty gross.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Lovely.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Oh no.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Uh-oh.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Uh-oh.
Watch me.
Slay the princess. Warn her!
Stop that.
Because we did slay her before.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
So this is very similar to the damsel route. Just, she's got a different personality.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Are you? I don't believe you. Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm really
I'll
trying.
make this quick.
Uh-oh.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
At least she was quicker about it than just the repeated stabbings.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Ew.
This is the end, isn't it?
It's the end of the world as we know
I'm
it.
afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Hell yeah. The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Bolted to the floor? What, you think I'm gonna take that shit?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll go ahead and take the blade. Sure.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Hey bestie, how you
I
doing?
wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
Well,
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
it really
The
locked her
chains
in this
binding
time.
both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Uh-huh.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay, let's have a sit.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Ooh.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
You know, I think we will sit where we were told.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
We're still on her side, totally.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Our intentions? What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in.
Yes, please.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Yeah.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Potentially.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
If you say so.
I guess it's possible
I
she really
believe
doesn't
her.
know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
So you've already been here.
Yep.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Uh-huh.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
If we fuck up!
For you failing. obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Sure.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
Yeah.
I needed you to be in the dark for
Probably
as
not.
long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
So you say, I don't believe you.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Mm-hmm.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Wow.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
I probably will.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I don't know about that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, I was just having a conversation in my head. What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife.
Okay.
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Okie dokie.
That's ominous.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Give away my only
Though if she isn't
weapon?
bluffing. Whatever she
Oh,
has
yeah,
planned
okay,
might
I'll
be
do
for
that,
her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
No, she wouldn't do that.
Doesn't
We're
sound
buddies.
What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Oh, the conflict. Alrighty then. Let's give her the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
No.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
We got him there.
Oh, Rory tried to take over, buddy.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little bit.
A little?
Yeah.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
Oh dear.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
This part's also gonna be icky.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
Oh. Watching Uneasy Silence, I guess.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Ending herself so I can't do it on my own. Wow, smart.
Killing herself?
Well,
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
ew.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Ew.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Oh.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Yeah, just get some duct tape. That shit fixes everything.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations!
Maybe a little super glue.
You saved the world.
As well. Ugh.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
Yeah, I agree. I would like to just leave.
Of course, the princess
I
is
wanna
slain and the
go.
world is saved.
I
Whenever
would like to
you're
go.
ready, you can
I wanna
proceed to
leave.
your reward.
I want to leave.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
No, that's gross. I ain't touching
What?
that.
No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I am tremendously unrelaxed.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Yeah, so last time we did take the princess with us. I would just like to kind of skedaddle.
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
What?
Wait, what?
Huh? Are they fucking with me?
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
I'm so confused. Like, we'd selected the option we've never done before. This is the one we've done before.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But
Oh.
what if she's not?
Okay.
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward, I guess.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Yeah, that's totally what I meant to do. Absolutely. I wasn't trying to leave you headless in the basement. That's for sure not what I was trying to do.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Yeah.
over? Is he gone?
Yeah.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Well, the game got the better of me that time. Damn it, I got bested by a game.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Ugh. Oh. Yoink. We're at the cabin. Approach her. Oh yeah, it has her body.
The endless walls of the long quiet. I'm curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay, ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Uh-huh.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Sure. Everything goes dark and you die. Well. The game bested
You're
me.
on a path in the woods.
I got bested
and at the
by a
end of
video
that
game.
path is a cabin.
Shit. Alright. This time, we're gonna take the blade. And...
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
we're gonna go stab ourselves a princess. Like, immediately. Immediately.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing us. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright. We're not gonna say a word. Shh. We're gonna be real quiet. We're gonna get the element of surprise. And continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yeah.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Funny you should mention that. Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
'Cause I have a knife. It's very sharp. You don't.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Nah.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Here we go.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh, hell yeah, you got a knife in your heart, bestie. That's
It's
good
like
enough for
She's
me.
convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Yep.
But is it over? Really over?
Indeed it is. Let's get the fuck out of here. Of course it is. She is dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Yep.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Uh-huh.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
It is horrifically quiet in here.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
You say so.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Let's leave!
You open the cabin
Vamonos!
door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
No, that's some bullshit! Let me out!
What's done is done. And there's no going back now.
So says you.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't. You lied to me. How dare you? I cannot believe this, that the narrator has betrayed my trust like that.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Are you sure about that?
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Fuck no. Hell no. How do we get out?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Uh-oh.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Can we at least... it's still in the princess. We should probably at least clean it first.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Okay.
He's right. It's the only way out.
I want out.
Do you hear
I don't want to
that?
be here.
It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I think we need to talk about your definition of the word wonderful.
Do you not?
I'm gonna be so for real.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
I dare. Challenge accepted. Anything to get the hell out of here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the
No!
world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate.
What do you mean eternity of bliss? There isn't even like a hot tub or a pool table. Not even like a comfy bed or like a TV with a huge Blu-ray collection. Like, come on, my guy.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Oh, we've been upstairs a while.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Fuck yeah.
The end. Nice knowing you.
It was decent knowing you. Oh, the specter.
You're on a path. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
So remember when I said before during the Grey chapter where, we've seen a path before where we got possessed by a ghost? Yeah, this was it. So previously we let her possess us in order to make amends for the whole, stabbing, that whole ordeal. And we just kind of both went out together. So I guess this time we're gonna be a brat.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead.
Oh.
You killed her already.
Voice of the Cold is back. Alright, well, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this blade against a ghost, but, let's go into the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell.
Hi,
Everything
Ben.
is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent.
Ooh.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Oh, somebody is down here.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
He sounds a little confused.
Okay. She's definitely dead.
It's just like I told you.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Uh-oh.
2 deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Hey! So about before, when I stabbed you.
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, I'm sure we'll find out.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Oh, she's so creepy, but she's still kinda cute.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Sure? Slay the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade.
I bet it don't do shit.
It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Well, we're in a pickle. That's all you gotta say?
You're adorable when you're confused.
Oh, I don't like that face.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Uh-oh!
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Slay the princess harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment.
I'm just very determined to stab a bitch.
She draws in close.
Oh.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, Keller. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together.
We did that before.
All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home.
Oh.
Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
There you go with that wrath again.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
Uh-oh.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then...
Uh-oh.
Yes?
Oh.
Nothing happens.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
I don't feel fine. I'm not afraid of you.
Not yet. But let's see if you stay that way.
Uh-oh.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Oh.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body.
Oh.
If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Oh. Slay the princess.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
Ooh.
But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Well, that's not what you want.
Did we get her?
To be determined.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
Well.
See you soon, killer.
Oh.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Shit. The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her. Again.
Oh dear, it is real oogly spoogly in here.
The deck's stacked, isn't it?
The cheating.
We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening?
Oh no, this is gonna be terrible
What
and
if
horrible. I'm not gonna like
all of
it.
this was rigged from the start.
Uh-huh.
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. But wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great.
Yup.
Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over.
Yeah.
We killed ourselves.
Yeah.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because your reward was shit.
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Happy ending is not happy.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
Uh-huh.
It was boring.
So boring.
It was bullshit.
Especially that.
So you killed yourself?
Yep.
Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Yeah, maybe we can be friends now.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm sure apologizing is gonna go swimmingly.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Maybe I will.
It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Okay, let's enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
No blade anywhere.
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Oh no.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, this might seem like a good time for apologies, especially because we don't have a weapon.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Uh-oh.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Okay, rude. I feel like I'm being gaslit.
What are the odds she's waiting for us right now? Just out of sight, on the other side of that glass. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Hey, listen, maybe we can talk about this?
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Uh-oh.
Your bones snap.
What? Oh, wait, we don't even have time to talk.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Oh, I don't think we've seen our feet before. What the hell? Oh, we got like some flippers or shit.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Yeah, can we maybe go back to that?
I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Oh.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
No thanks, I'll pass on that.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice?
Can we even walk? She just turned our ankle to dust.
You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
This is true.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
This is true. Look, we're even now. I killed you and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? See? It's exactly what I said before.
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried killing me again. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
Oh dear. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again.
Okay, that's fair.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Oh.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Well,
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
Listen.
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
It's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
That's the worst that can happen. Okay. Oh.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Bestie, you cracked my ankle.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ooh, I think... Ooh. When I let the specter possess me, did she hear the voices too? I think she did. Oh.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
Ooh.
There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
What?
How did you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul is in praying of courage.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
What?
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
I think I'd dare.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the
if I
princess's
can.
overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
Yes! I want to do it!
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Oh dear.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
Yeah, but you don't win.
You throw everything you have against her
The
and
Exorcist
manage
3.
for one brief moment to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
The narrator told me to!
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing.
Oh, damn. Is the narrator gonna make some comment about how, oh, if only you took my reward?
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
Uh-oh.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that?
You should be better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me.
I hear the long quiet.
He's gone. But
Oh! Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a mass of growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Yoink. Well, if you don't answer her before she's gone and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more, memory returns. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. What's in the mirror? What's in the mirror? You are nothing at all. Wow, rude. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you...
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides downward the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. I think we're going to go ahead and exhaust all questions, which I don't think we've done before. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh, quite a lot. You don't even know. I couldn't even begin to count. I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Well, I will definitely make good use of this time, but every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
What do you mean? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Uh-oh. What is this place? Where are we? Who are you? What am I doing here?
A construct.
Very specific.
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through.
Oops.
The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
I see. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being possible. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered.
Yeah, we did talk about that before.
Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
All of them other ones, they're wrong. I'm the correct one. Well then, after everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I'm a petty bitch.
Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
Fascinating. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Oh yeah, you're losing me here a bit. This is getting complicated.
Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Yeah, well, what does that say about you? Death of the author, run out of questions. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time's up.
Am I?
I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Bye now. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Oh yeah, we brought the wraith. I forgot about that. Spent so long chatting with what's-his-butt. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Oh boy. Oh, hello there.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yeah.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Well, I think I would like to slay the princess.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
Flesh is a vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh.
This is gonna be a lot.
Forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency. But agency requires action, and action requires endless tapestry of events. In your final moments would you remove action itself from reality.
We can appeal to our shared humanity, reject her authority, argue your independence, or reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us.
We're gonna keep fighting
Shared
against her.
skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
Continue to reject her perspective. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective. A web of nerves lain upon a web of nerves, made upon a web of nerves, the shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. And when the tapestry was undone, you struck at my heart. You saw me as a part of you to be excised, but in that desire for excision, you made yourself whole. Will you still be whole if you destroy me?
You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here.
What you mistake for lecture is merely observation. I only want to help you.
Uh-huh.
You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm of our movement and find our freedom.
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body?
That's a bit of a mess.
Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
I still don't like the nails. Continue to reject her perspective. Suffering born in delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other, and we shouldn't have done that. We cannot let a world be spun out of that pain.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me.
Oh.
An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Do you have to let it linger? Sorry, there's no time for the cranberries. Argue your independence? You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. A respite is welcome.
Are you still committed to my destruction? Or has your resolve started to waver?
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Oh boy.
There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I don't think so. I have to fight for a better world. I'm sorry. Slay the princess.
Then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
You don't have to face her alone.
The hero! You have no idea how good it is to hear
It's
you.
good to be here. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here.
Yeah?
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Yeah?
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
We go. Oh dear. Oh.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you need me to describe things?
No, you don't have to. Is good. Let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Eh? Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
It's almost over, isn't it? That's okay. Let's just talk, the two of us, one more time, before you kill me.
Why am I sad?
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
You're really going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You don't have to. You know that, right? But if that's what you want, we might as well talk a bit first. I wouldn't mind a few extra minutes.
I don't know what's gonna happen if we sit with her. But the name of the game is Slay the Princess.
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
So this is what it feels like to actually die. I think this is for the best. I don't know what the world would be like without me. But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it.
Damn it, I'm an asshole.
I've always loved you. Don't forget me.
Oh, fuck. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Fuck. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
Hopefully not. Leave the cabin. Do I get a better reward this time? You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Get the fuck out. Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
Do we have all the voices?
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
Determination! What the fuck is this, Undertale?
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there. Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
Yeah, really, that's probably the most surprising part of all. I actually did what the narrator said!
That wasn't very hard at all.
Oh,
Speak
shut
for
up.
yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it. because I'm personally inconsolable.
Oh, Smitten, you'll be good. You'll get over it.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe. Well then, I guess the only thing left to do is figure out what happens next.
A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. Well. Alright, so as I said before, there is more Slay the Princess to be had, apparently just in the existing game, but in the fall, there is going to be, I believe, a director's cut of the game being released. It's completely free. It's a big free update that I'm very much looking forward to, and y'all bet we are gonna play it as soon as it comes out. So I'm very excited. I loved this game when I first played it. I still love it now. It continues to surprise me. And I really like it. It's so good. It's so good.